afternoon, wherever you are. And I'm so thankful to be here. So thankful to just give a testimony of God's goodness and how He's just done a work in my life. And since the last time I came on here, I was struggling really bad with anger and unforgiveness. And I could say today, like, it just feels like a shift of praise, a shift of my spirit, shift of mindset, and I feel really good, and I'm so thankful, and nobody can take away the joy that God gives. Okay, but thank you. Thank you, Lord. The message today is about the clay and the potter, and I know we talked about it last time, but we're going to be reading in Jeremiah chapter 18 this time. And it says, "The word which came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Arise and go down to the potter's house, and there I will cause thee to hear my words. And then I went down to the potter's house, and behold, he wrought a work on the wheels. And the vessel that he had made of clay was marred in the hand of the potter. So he made it again another vessel as seemed good to the potter to make it. Then the word of the Lord came to me, saying, O house of Israel, cannot I do with you as this potter, saith the Lord? Behold, as the clay is in the potter's hand, so are you in mine hand, O house of Israel." And just a little touch up. But last time we were talking about how God is the potter and we are the clay. And this time we're just talking about what his role is in being the potter and how we are the clay. So God created us from the beginning to be good, to be in his image, to be what he designed us to be. But when sin entered into the world, that's when, like it says in this verse, chapter 4, it says the vessel that he made clay was marred. And marred is basically another word for like distorted. And so when sin came into the world, basically the clay just became, we as the clay, the people, we became distorted out of God's original image for us. Things started entering into us, whether that be drinking or smoking or fornication or whatever the case may be, that the sin that we've participated in caused us to be different from causes us to be different from what God created us to be. And so I just want to talk about when you're in the potter's hands. When you're in the potter's hand, when you're in God's hands and he's doing the healing and he's doing the restoration and he's doing the deliverance. When you're in his hands, it does not feel good. It feels very uncomfortable. It feels like you just want to run. Like you want to run off the wheel. You want to run from his hands because it doesn't feel good. Oftentimes when we're going through that process of healing, it feels horrible. Because you see all the mess that's within you and the mess comes out. And it's like the pruning process of going through the old things and letting it pass out, letting it pass through. And that process does not feel good. I'm still going through that process, but last week when I spoke to you guys, I was on the wheel heavily, spinning. And I wanted to go. I wanted to run. Because I just felt so uncomfortable. I felt angry at God. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you allowing this to happen? Why are things not going my way? Why are people just attacking me and saying nonsense to me and you're just allowing it to happen? The healing and the things that I needed to see within myself. I'm a mess. But God knows this. This is why he takes us through this process. He wants us to be in his image, in his likeness. Okay. And so basically God is saying, can I do this with you? Can I not make you new again? Can I not take away the distortedness? Can I not take away the lies of what people have told you, the lies of the enemy, the lies? Can I not do this and make you new again? And I don't know what specifically or who this is for, but God has a work and a process for you. And it's nothing like what you anticipated. It's nothing like what you thought it would be. And it's not easy. But when you stay with him, when you allow his hand to touch the tender parts of your heart, allow him to reveal things to you and allow him to work and receive it. God can do a work, but we can receive it. We can move off the wheel. We can just, we can run away from God before the time of the healing and the process is done. And then we come out looking a mess with things that God never intended us to have. So, yeah. I forgot. I had just flipped to somewhere in Deuteronomy. I think it was 10. Deuteronomy 10. Deuteronomy chapter 10:14. But hold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens is the Lord's thy God, the earth also with all that therein is. Only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people as it is this day. He chose us. Everything is in the Lord's hands. Everything he has made beautiful in its time. And that is a message for you and forever for whoever else. But everything is made beautiful in his time. And I'm learning that myself. The process is not easy. I wanted to run, and sometimes I still do, but God is working on me and getting this attitude out, getting this control and manipulation and all these nasty things. And it's hard when you see yourself for what it really is. I was like, oh, I have an attitude? No, I don't. You do. I do have an attitude, and I'm working through it. I do have anger sometimes, but I'm working through it. And God has given me the grace and the heart and the love to do it. And to keep loving him and others through it. So, see y'all later.